All right, this is the preliminary hearing for Christopher Harper. If you are Christopher Harper, please raise your right hand. All righty, one of the inmates in front of us has identified himself as Christopher Harper. Alfred Stewart, raise your right hand. All right, Mr. Stewart has raised his right hand. Again, this is your preliminary hearing hearing. This is the state of Georgia versus Christopher Harper, warrant number 2025 CW 53745, which is trafficking meth. 2025 CW 53746, possession of marijuana less than an ounce. And 2025 CW 53747, possession of drug-related items. For Mr. Stewart, warrant number 2025 CW 53739, trafficking meth. 2025 CW possession of marijuana less than an ounce. And 2025 CW 53741, possession of
The one
drug-related
from the
items,
hotel.
representing the state. With ADA Thomas representing the defendants. Mr. Mondelli, you are representing Mr. Harper. No, Attorney Lewis, you're representing Mr. Harper. And Attorney Mondelli, you're representing Mr. Stewart, correct?
That's correct, Judge.
Okay, all right. ADA Thomas, your witness.
Yes, ma'am. Let me get 1 second. Officer, I guess I'll do them separate. Detective Richards, if you could please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear and affirm that the evidence you should give before the court today shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
You can put your hand down, state your name for the record.
My name is Detective C. Richards.
And how are you employed?
I'm employed with the Clayton County Police Department.
At the time of this incident, were you active?
I'm sorry, one more time. The phone is breaking up.
That's okay. At the time of this incident, were you a detective?
No, I wasn't. I was a patrol officer.
And in your capacity as a patrol officer, did you have occasion to, first of all, to respond to an incident on June the 24th of 2025?
I did.
And was that incident at 87 Clark Howell Highway,
Yes.
room 320?
Yes.
And is that in Clayton County?
Yes, it is.
And what brought you to respond to that location?
We received a 911 call for service for a possible scamming. The victim called 911.
Hold on 1 second.
Sorry.
You said for a possible, and then it kind of got muddled.
Possible like credit card fraud.
Scamming is what you
Yeah.
said.
I said
Okay.
scamming. Yeah, sorry.
Okay. And did you in fact respond to that location?
I did.
Now, during the course of your investigation, did you come into contact with a Christopher Harper and a Alfred Stewart?
I did.
What brought you into contact with these two gentlemen?
The victim advised that a hotel room was purchased in his name using his ID, and he got the notification from Expedia. So at that point, to further my investigation, I did go to the room to investigate, just to make contact with the person that was in the room.
And the room that is in question, was that the room that was previously mentioned? I believe it was room 320?
Yes.
The name of this hotel?
The Comfort Inn.
Okay. And you say you did respond to that room?
Yes, I did.
And upon arriving at the room, what happened, if anything?
Upon arriving at the room, we made contact with
Officer, you went on mute.
I'm sorry, I'm not tech savvy. Upon making contact, I made contact with 3 individuals that were inside of the room. one of them opened the door and we instructed him to come out. Two other people were still in the room. So at that point, once we entered the room, we took everybody out the room and then began putting them in handcuffs.
And the three people that you mentioned, they included the two defendants that I asked you about earlier?
Yes, they did.
Now, what happened with the three people?
We took them out the room, and as I was walking in the room and looking around the room, I began to see what was methamphetamine on the table. So at that point, we put them in handcuffs, escorted them outside of the room, and we contacted narcotics.
You found the methamphetamine where?
In plain view on the table and on the bed.
So as you bring them out, you look into the room and that's what you see?
Yes.
Did you actually go into the room?
I did go into the room.
You did not?
No, I did. I did go into the room.
Okay. You see the meth, you do next?
Once I saw the meth, I had asked the first individual, hey, what's this? And he said, it's meth, but he said that it was fake. And he said, you can test it if you want to and if you need to, but it's fake.
I'm sorry, Judge, I need to object. First, we have two defendants here, first individual, second individual. We have a third person who's not in the hearing today. Who is the person who gave that response?
That was going to be my question, Mr. Mondale. You just beat me to it.
That would be Alfred.
Alfred Stewart?
Yes.
So Mr. Stewart tells you that it's fake.
I'm sorry. Give me 1 second.
Lenny Mack has said that.
Excuse me, Mr.
Give
Stewart.
me 1 second.
There you go.
Thank you.
I'm so sorry. That's Lenny Mack, who isn't here today.
That's who?
Lenny Mack, who isn't here. I'm sorry. It wasn't Mr. Alfred that said that.
Okay. So Mr. Mack makes this statement. Does Mr. Stewart or Mr. William, hold on, got too much going on here. Mr. Stewart or Mr. Harper, did they say anything?
Mr. Stewart didn't say anything, and Mr. Harper didn't say anything.
Okay. After Mr. Mack makes this statement, what happens next?
They were at that point in custody. We were waiting for narcotics to come.
So while you all are waiting for narcotics, okay, let me back up just a little bit. Did you ask the individuals to come outside the room, all three?
Yes.
All three do exit the room. They're standing outside.
Mr. Mack exited the room. Stewart was still inside the room, and Mr. Harper was still inside the room. At that time, that's when I went into the room to escort them out of the room because we didn't realize that there was an additional person. So I saw Mr. Mack. He came out the room. I saw Mr. Stewart, who was laying on the bed. And then once I went inside the room to tell Mr. Stewart to come out, that's when I saw Mr. Harper sitting on the couch. So at that point, hey, come out the room, step out the room. In plain view is where I was able to see the methamphetamine inside the room. So I asked, again, Mr. Mack what it was. He said it was fake. And at that point, I put everybody in custody and I escorted Stewart and Harper outside of the room.
Okay. Judge, I don't know if you can see, but there seem to be something going on. Do y'all need to talk to y'all clients and find out what they want, if anything?
Have they,
Continue the hearing.
yes, please.
Okay.
And just want me to say this line to Mr. Stewart. There is no need to raise your hand or talk as to or hearing the evidence in the case. There's nothing to further discuss at this point in time relative to the evidence, okay? We'll discuss things as needed subsequently. Thank you, Judge.
All right.
Okay, Detective. So after you go into I'm just trying to make sure I'm understanding this. You enter the room because there are other people in there.
Correct.
As you're escorting the other people out, who are Mr. Stewart and Mr. Harper, you see what you describe as what you believe is meth. Is that correct?
That is correct.
After you escort them out, then you call narcotics.
After we escorted them out, I had one officer sit with them. I called for a supervisor over the radio, and the supervisor is the ones that reached out to narcotics, which was within minutes of seeing everything.
And in the meantime, you just stayed with the two defendants, well, the three individuals outside of the room.
That is correct.
Okay. Does anyone else say anything else about the substance that you saw inside the room?
No,
Just Mac.
just Mac.
Okay. Now, you say narcotics arrived within minutes. Is that what you just said?
No, we called within minutes of
Oh, okay.
us seeing what we saw. That's when we made the call to narcotics.
And do you recall how long you had to wait for them to get there?
No, I don't recall. It was probably over. They got there actually pretty quick, so they got there probably within like 15 minutes.
Do you know if they had a warrant?
A warrant was brought to the scene, yes.
Was the room searched after the warrant arrived or before the warrant arrived?
After the warrant arrived.
You did not touch anything in the room?
There was. Did I touch anything in the room? Not that I recall.
Okay.
I would have to refer back to my report.
Would you like to do that?
Sure.
Your Honor, while she's doing that, Attorney Tolles, I sent you a message in the chat.
Okay, I'll take a look.
Okay. Detective, let me know when you're ready.
I'm sorry. It's taking a while.
That's okay.
Oh, I see what it is. Okay, yes, I did field test the marijuana that was in plain view.
Before or after narcotics?
That was right before they got there.
Okay. Now, were you equipped with body cam?
Yes, I was.
Was your body cam operable?
Yes, it was.
Did it capture your interactions with Mr. Mack and the two co-defendants before the court today?
Yes.
And you indicated that there were other officers present?
Yes.
Do you recall how many?
There was that day I was riding with another officer. That would be Officer Jay Sanders. And two of my supervisors did respond to the incident location, which would be Sergeant Bastier and Sergeant McCullough.
Were they equipped with body cam?
Yes,
Did they capture what was going on?
I believe so.
Their
Everyone's
interaction?
body camera should be on.
So any body cam associated with this incident, where would it be?
It should have been uploaded and in the cloud.
So it's in police custody.
Yes, it is in police custody.
And it's associated with this particular incident or report.
Yes, as it is
And-
labeled with the case number and officers' names.
Okay. Now, when narcotics arrived, oh, one more thing. Did the hotel have any type of video that you know of?
They did have surveillance videos that did observe all the two defendants in this case entering the hotel. Yeah.
Okay, so you said, you mentioned two defendants, as Attorney Mondelli mentioned, we're talking about three actual people here. So when they
So-
captured two people arriving, which two people are we talking about?
Well, it captured all three, but I thought I was referencing the only two people that was here today. But yes, it did capture all three.
Okay, were they going in and out of the room or just going into the room?
Going into the room, they went into the room.
Okay, and to go back to your original investigation, was were you able to determine which of the defendants had actually checked into the room?
Yes, it was Mr. Lenny, who's not
You're a
here.
co-defendant.
Yes.
Okay. So once narcotics arrived, what did you do, if anything?
I didn't do anything at that point. I just remained with the three defendants in the hallway while they went into the room, conducted their search.
Other than field testing the marijuana, did you do anything else with anything else found in that room?
No.
Everything else was done by narcotics?
Correct.
Do you know how much marijuana was recovered, since that's what you field tested?
No, I tested the methamphetamine,
Oh, okay.
the one that was in plain view. Yeah.
How much of
Other
that
than that, I can't attest to what was recovered.
So the little bit that I believe you said was on a table, or was it on the bed?
Yes, there was a large amount that was in on the table. There was some that was in the bag, like clear baggies that was just plain view on the table. There was some of them were packed. Yeah, it was packaged in like a clear Ziploc bag. And then there was some that was on the bed that was in a clear Ziploc bag as well.
And who did you say you observed laying on the bed when you entered?
Mr. Stewart.
And where was Mr. Harper?
He was on the couch.
And did you observe methamphetamine on the couch or near the couch?
Yes, it was between it was on the bed. To be honest with you, it was everywhere. It was on the bed, on the couch, on the table. There was a crack pipe on the floor. There was another crack pipe that was on the couch. There was two separate couches in the room. So there was one that was on the couch, like on the cushion, one on the floor, one on the table. And then the methamphetamine was on the bed, on the table. And yes, there was one that was like, yes.
Now, Mr. Harper sitting on the couch. You said there were two couches. The couch that he was sitting on, is that the couch where meth was found?
To my knowledge, after what I was told, yes, that's where meth was found. However, I didn't see it specifically on the couch.
That was recovered by narcotics?
Correct.
Now, you made a statement there was meth everywhere. Was this packaged, or was literally loose meth, like everywhere?
Packaged.
And packaged up the little clear plastic?
Yes.
Do you know about how many packages there were?
Not that I can recall. No.
You just know it's a lot.
Yes.
Okay. Where was Mr. Mack? You put Mr. Stewart on the bed, Mr. Harper's down. Where's Mr. Mack?
So Mr. Mack was the one that actually opened the door.
Okay.
And he advised that he was asleep on the bed.
But you actually saw Mr. Stewart on the bed?
Yes.
Okay. And I might have asked you this already, but just to be sure, did neither Mr. Stewart nor Mr. Harper say anything to you about the meth?
No.
What about the marijuana?
No.
And when you asked them to exit the room, did they cooperate?
Yes.
Was anything found on their persons?
Not that I recall, no.
Everything was inside of the room, all the narcotics.
Correct.
Any type of pipe, packaging, anything like that found on them that you can recall?
Not that I recall, no.
Was there any type of video inside of the room other than the body cam of officers?
Not that I know of, no.
And you said the hotel video was outside of the rooms?
Yes.
And I believe, did you all get a copy of that?
The copy, I was able to record it on my body camera.
Okay. And I believe that's all I have. This officer reserved right for redirect.
All right.
All righty. Attorney Lewis, you want to go next?
Yes, Judge, that's fine. Good afternoon, ma'am. How are you?
Hi, I'm good, thank you.
Good, good. Let me start by fixing something in my own mind. Are you called an investigator or are you called a detective?
I'm a detective.
Okay, I know some agencies went to investigate it in this new age.
No, you're fine.
All right. Let's back up to the beginning of this thing. How many tests did you run on this facility?
I did one.
You did one, and that
Yes,
was on what you believe to be methamphetamine. Is that correct?
correct.
All right, cool. Going back to where you began, you were investigating the use of a credit card. Is that correct?
Correct.
And the person whose card it was that you were investigating, who was that?
It's gonna be. It's not. It's gonna be. His name is Jontavius Johnson.
Was Jontavius Johnson at this hotel?
Yes, I met him upon my arrival
Okay, and you met him where at the hotel?
in the front of the hotel.
In the front of the hotel. And you then did what to get to this room where these people were?
He was provided a key from the hotel front desk
Who
because
gave-
Mr. Johnson, he was given a key from the hotel's front desk
Uh-huh.
due to the fact that the room was in his name.
Understood.
And he had the credentials to provide proof that he was, in fact, who he said he was. At that time, that's when I went upstairs. I left him downstairs. I went upstairs with the secondary officer.
Mhm.
And we, instead of just opening the door, we knocked just to make sure that, if anybody was in there, make sure anybody was decent. And then that's...
Let me stop you for just a minute.
Sure.
Back up to when he's being provided a key to the hotel, and I'm asking questions because I just took my wife out for her birthday to a hotel. When I got to my hotel, they said, "Let me see your driver's license and the credit card." What did the hotel have on file for Mr. Jontavius Johnson? Did they have a credit card and a driver's license?
It wasn't a credit card. It was a driver's license.
Okay.
The driver's license had the same first name, last name, middle initial. The birth year, if I'm not mistaken, was different.
Okay, so they had a driver, but the driver's license, even though the card that is being used belongs to Jontavius Johnson that's there with you, the driver's license does not belong to Jontavius Johnson. Is that right?
Whoa. Say that one more time.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So even though Jontavius Johnson says that they are using his credit card, right? The
Yes.
driver's license that the hotel has on file is not Jontavius Johnson, the person that is with you. That's not his driver's license.
Okay, so I'm sorry. Let me just correct that one time.
Yes, ma'am.
They weren't using his exact credit card, and that's what I had to get the understanding of, because I thought they were using his credit card. However, they were only using a driver's license that had all of his information on it with just minor alterations.
So it was his picture on that driver's license?
His picture, his name, The birthdays were the same. Only thing, if I'm not mistaken, was the birth year. We did it underneath two different case numbers. So I'm trying to find that case number to give you the actual specifics.
Yes, ma'am.
Because the case number that we're here with the arrest is for the narcotics portion.
I see. Now I understand.
So that's why I'm having a hard time trying to pull up the actual case number.
And you can just tell me, say, hey, look, that might be in the other report. I'm good with that. So,
Oh, yeah, that's gonna be the other report.
so, the picture that the hotel has on the driver's license is the man that has called you to this scene, correct?
Yes, it was just a different photo.
Oh, it was not his photo.
So it was his photo. It was just a different photo. You know how you're supposed to change your photos as you get older? It was one of those.
I got
So it was like a younger photo of him.
All right.
Right.
Now, when you got done,
Hold on. We have a court reporter, so we can't talk over each other. All right?
Still talking.
All right.
I think I'm the only one talking, Judge.
No. Y'all were talking at the same time. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, repeat what you said, Detective, because I want to make sure I ain't talk over you.
So the photo on the ID was of the same person. It was just at a different time. It was a younger photo of the actual victim that was on the ID that was used to get the hotel room.
Okay. And that person's credit card number was used. That's correct.
No, that person's credit card wasn't used. It was just their driver's license that was used.
Okay. So let me understand what I am being told. And I'm going to do that by asking a series of questions. John Tavius Johnson's credit card nor his credit card number was used, correct?
Nor his credit card was not used.
Correct. So what is being used is a card which bears his name and his image.
Correct.
And that card is a driver's license. Is that correct? Or a state ID?
Your Honor, I'm going to object at this time. I wasn't sure which way counsel was going, and I'm still not sure where counsel is going. But I do believe the officer testified on direct that the room was actually rented or checked out by the third defendant, who was actually not a party to this hearing today, that it was not in the name of either one of these co-defendants. So for the purposes of probable cause for what these gentlemen are charged with, I don't believe they're charged with anything having to do with the credit card fraud or credit card misuse at this point.
All right. Attorney Lewis, you want to respond?
Yes, Judge. I am simply following up on those facts that Madam Prosecutor introduced on direct.
Okay. Sustained. You can move on, Attorney Lewis. I've heard enough about who owned the room, who rented the room.
Okay. And so, Judge, are you going to permit me to ask questions about John Tavius Johnson at all?
No, no.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't have any further questions. Thank you, Judge.
Judge, if I'm not mistaken, I think she fell off.
Yes, I think she is. All right, hold her just a moment. Let's see if we can get her right back on.
And do you see her coming back? If not, I'll try to call her.
I don't see her coming back.
I'm on.
All right, here we go.
Okay, can you guys hear me?
It's a little rough, but we're gonna work through it.
Okay, my apologies.
All right, we
Detective,
just
you
watched the video.
All right, go ahead. Whoa.
oh, yeah. Detective, which devices, like to a laptop or something?
I'm gonna try it on my personal phone. I just got to get to the link.
Okay.
This computer doesn't have a camera.
Are you able to log on, you say, with your phone then?
Yes, I'm on the county phone right now.
Is that the one that's giving you problems?
I guess I thought it was probably just like a service issue, but I mean, right now I can hear you guys fine.
Okay, let's go as long as we can go then, okay?
Okay, let's do it.
Okay.
All righty.
All right.
Continue.
Judge May. All right, Judge May I begin.
Yes.
All right. Detective, good morning. Attorney Thomas Mundelli here. So with regard to the hotel, what time did people check into this room?
The room has been checked in at this point for 11 days straight. This is just me going off my memory because, again, I'm trying to find the original case number. It was checked in for 11 days straight. However, at this point, I believe they had another 3 days, but they were checking in like every other day, every other 2 days.
Okay, so, and this was Mr. Mack was the one doing all the checking, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, so Mr. Mack checks in every 2 days. Prior to your coming to the scene, what was the last check-in date?
To my memory, it was the day before.
Okay, and is there security camera footage of the front desk?
Yes, there is.
Okay, and you reviewed that security camera footage from the day before this incident, which would, I guess, be June 23rd.
Correct.
Okay, and Mr. Mack is the one checking in there.
Yes.
Okay, and is Mr. Mack carrying any bags?
Yes.
Okay, how many bags is he carrying?
I remember seeing one book bag that went over the shoulder. I can't tell you if there was anything that was on the floor behind the
Okay.
desk.
Okay, and did you review all the security camera footage from those 11 days that you
No, I did not.
referenced? Okay, so just from the 23rd and 24th?
Yes.
Okay. Uh, the book bag that you described Mr. Mack having, was that recovered in the hotel room?
I can't recall.
Okay. Were there any other bags, suitcases, book bags of any kind recovered in the hotel room?
Yes.
Okay, how many bags were recovered?
I wouldn't know.
Okay, were they all book bags, suitcases? What are we
Book
talking about?
suitcases, bins.
Okay. The book bag, suitcases, bins, did any of them have personal effects belonging to my client, Mr. Stewart?
I wouldn't know.
You don't have any indication of any personal items of Mr. Stewart in that room?
No.
Okay. Was this a single bedroom or a double bed?
This was a single bedroom.
Okay. So only one bedroom in the room.
Yes. And one bed
Okay.
in the room. Yes.
Okay. And it's your testimony that when Mr. Mack opened the door, he had indicated that he had been laying on the bed.
Yes.
Okay. And the bed, you said there was suspected drugs on the bed as well.
Correct.
How much of the space on the bed did those drugs take up?
Not a lot. It was at the foot of the corner of the bed.
Foot of the corner of the bed. Was this the same side of the bed that you say my client was laying down on, or the opposite corner?
I'm not too sure.
Okay. You don't recall where my client was laying on the bed.
Wait, I'm sorry,
Yes.
what?
You don't recall where Mr. Stewart was laying on the bed, right?
Correct. I just know he was on the bed.
Okay. When you say on the bed, was he laying down or sitting on it?
By the time I walked in, I remember him sitting, like just sitting on the bed.
Okay, so he was not laying down on the bed. He was just sitting on it. And you don't remember what side of the bed he was sitting on either.
No.
Okay. With regard to the video footage that you observed, you said you observed video footage of my client as well.
Correct.
Okay, he didn't have any book bags on him, did he?
Not that I recall. No.
Okay, okay, got it. What was the time that you saw the date timestamp of my client on video?
It was that date. It was early morning. Can't give you a specific time. Again, I don't have the report in front of me.
And refresh my recollection, what time did you get to the hotel?
I can't recall.
Was it day or night?
It was day,
Okay, morning or afternoon?
afternoon. It was after 2 p.m. because that's the time my
Okay, so you responded sometime after 2 p.m., but it's fair to say maybe 3 p.m.?
I mean, fair.
Okay, and you don't recall approximately what time in the morning you say my client showed up?
No.
Okay, you only observed one video of my client going into the hotel, or did you see multiple videos of him going in and out?
I saw one.
Okay, got it. Uh, Judge, I have nothing further for this witness subject to redirect.
All righty. Any redirect?
No, Your Honor.
All right, you call your next. Are we done with Detective Richards?
Yes, Your Honor, but I'd like for her I'd like for her to go into the waiting room, Your Honor. I'm not ready to excuse her completely yet, just in case.
Okay. All right, I will place her in room one, and you want me call your next witness?
Detective Rowling.
Okay. All right.
And someone just logged on, Eric Arroyo. Does the court know who that is?
No, I don't.
Who is this?
Eric Aurora, if you could please turn your camera on and announce who you are.
Judge, if I may, it's Detective Rowland. He's going to be my lieutenant over Narcotics Division.
So he's your lieutenant?
That is correct.
Okay, I need you to go to the breakout room then. I don't anticipate calling him, but since here, he might as well stay.
All right, so let me. He's associated with this case?
He's the lieutenant over narcotics, Your Honor, but he's not one of my witnesses. I think maybe he just logged on because we're doing this hearing. Is that correct, Detective?
That's a possibility. I'm not at the office at this time.
Okay.
We can't hear you.
Are you speaking with me?
Quick breakout room with him just to find out why he's here.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna put you are in one. And I'm gonna put, all right.
Thank you.
He's already in there. He's stand by, please.
I'm sorry. Can I be put back in the breakout room?
Breakout room with who? Okay.
Judge, I'm back. Thank you.
All right.
He says he's here to observe. So
All right.
I don't anticipate calling him as a witness.
All right. Go ahead. You may proceed.
Judge,
Did you
sorry.
call
Isn't right?
Detective Rowland, right?
Yes, I think Attorney Lewis has a question.
It's all right. She don't want it. It's okay. Go ahead, Judge.
You
You
sure?
may proceed. Mhm.
Detective Rowland, can you turn on your camera and your audio?
I'm working on the camera right now. Second.
Okay.
How's that?
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Now, could you please raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear and affirm that the evidence you should give before the court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Put your hand down, state your name for the record.
My name is Detective L. Darnell Rowland, Clayton County Police Department.
And what was your duty assignment on June 24th, 2025?
I was assigned to Clayton County Narcotics Division.
And is that where you're still assigned?
That is correct. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, did you have occasion to respond to a 5087 Clark Howard Highway, room 320?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
And how did you end up responding to that?
The call came out as it was an initial call about someone using someone else's name in order to get a room. It was later investigated by Uniform. Once they made contact at 320 to do a further investigation, they observed narcotics in plain view.
Is that when when the narcotics unit was called or contacted?
Yes, once they observed that substance in plain view, then they contacted the narcotics division about it.
So you weren't a part of the original call regarding the credit card?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So did you in fact respond to the scene?
Yes, subsequently later responded to that scene.
Did you all search the location?
Yes, we did.
Did you get a warrant for that location?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Was the search pursuant to that warrant?
Yes.
Now, in the warrant, based on the warrant, what did you do? What happened at that location?
Upon arrival, with the actual signed warrant in hand, we conducted a search inside of room 320.
Okay.
Once I got there, I located several bags of narcotics, including meth, marijuana, drug-related objects. And again, it's not necessarily a one bedroom, it's more like a studio bedroom, I guess. These things were found on the desk of that room, on the floor of that same room, and on the bedding, and in book bags throughout.
Your Honor, if I could have 1 second, somebody keeps calling me. I have no idea if the building on fire or what, but if I could have 1 second.
All right.
I'm sorry, I've been a popular girl all morning. Detective, could you please continue?
Yes, ma'am. During the search, we found several narcotics throughout, including meth, marijuana, drug-related objects
When you
on
say
the desk.
drug-related objects, what are you talking about?
Speaking of digital scales, now I'm not sure if it's ceramic or glass piping, scales with residue on them, things of those natures.
Okay.
Ziploc baggies.
Do you know who was in the room?
There were 3 occupants, Alfred Stewart. Give me 1 second. Lenny Mack and Christopher Harper.
All 3 of those individuals were still on the scene when you all arrived?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you all have any conversation with any of them?
I did not personally. There were interviews conducted by additional narcotics detectives, but I did not.
One more question. When you arrived there, were they still in the room or where were they?
They were seated just outside the room when I arrived.
So you don't know what the positioning they were in when the beat officers first arrived?
No, ma'am, I don't.
Okay. Now let's talk about the narcotics. You indicated it was assorted things found all over the room. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Was methamphetamine found in the room?
Yes, it was.
Do you recall where the methamphetamine was found?
I know when I arrived, there was a clear bag. It appeared to be a fairly large amount. I don't know the exact amount, but it was on the desk closest to the bathroom, I think.
Is that all the meth that you saw?
That was the meth that I observed immediately coming into the room. Again, once they were notified of the signed warrant, evidence had already, most of the evidence has already been collected.
Okay. What else did you find?
What else was recovered?
Yes.
Narcotics, like marijuana, marijuana and meth apparently were the main objects collected. There was also some pills on scene too. The pills were sent off to the lab.
What about the meth and the marijuana?
There was 156.39 grams of meth located. There was also give me 1 second here. I'm reviewing my notes. Uh, 2 grams of marijuana and 4 grams of meth in a clear baggie.
That's separate from the 150 grams of
No, ma'am, I'm sorry. That was all, once it was all collected, it was added up to that amount.
Do you recall where the meth was found in the room?
Again, there was a large portion of the meth, and I'm not sure the exact amount, but it was on the desk And then there was additional meth, and I'll explain it to you in 1 second here. Pink baggie. It was in a pink baggie near the microwave. That was 0.39 grams. It was 4 grams of meth in a clear baggie, also on the office table. 74 grams, which is probably one that I saw. It was in a book bag, and that book bag had the ID of Mr. Lenny Mack. So
Okay.
that was all found. 3 unknown blue pills and 3 orange pills later determined to be muscle relaxers. I don't think we collected that muscle relaxer. And 4 unknown additional blue pills.
The unknown items, were they sent to the crime lab?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, did you find anything on the bed?
1 gram of meth in a clear plastic bag on the floor and in a microwave. 2 grams of EB on top of this table, 74 grams bag.
If you don't recall, that's fine. I just need to know, did you see it?
No, I did not.
Okay. How many individuals were involved in searching this room, sir?
Approximately four detectives.
And you indicated the total weight of the meth was 150, was it 158? I believe you might have said. Is that incorrect?
I'll tell you 1 second. It is 156.39 grams.
All of that was sent to the crime lab.
Yes, ma'am.
And is that the amount of meth that was covered from the room, from wherever, the microwave, the table, what have you?
Yes, it's a total amount.
Do you know if anything was recorded during the search? Were you equipped with body cam?
No, ma'am. Now, I don't know if their officers are uniform. I don't know if their body cams were on or not, but no, I did not.
Is your unit equipped with body cam?
No, ma'am.
So any body cam or video would be from the uniform officers only? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Were you able to determine which of the 3 defendants might have been in proximity to the meth that was recovered, or was it all over the room?
It was all throughout the room, and it's a very small room. I'm guessing no more than 300 square feet.
1 second. Now, you indicated you found bagged up methamphetamine and several different types of pills. Did you find anything else related to that?
Other than the marijuana and the digital scales, no.
You say you found scales?
Yes, it was a digital scale that we collected and 2 grams of marijuana also.
Did you recover any pipes or anything?
I believe photos were taken of the pipes, but did not take them.
Was there anyone else in the room that you know of other than Mr. Harper, Mr. Stewart, and Mr. Mack?
No. Those 3 only.
And nobody said anything regarding ownership?
That's correct.
You know, I believe that's all I have of Detective Rowland. Reserve right for redirect.
All right, Attorney Lewis.
Thank you. Detective Rowland, good morning. I think it's morning still. Good day to you.
I'm doing well. How are you, sir?
I'm good. I'm going to go back through some of your testimony just to clarify some things. 74 of the 156 or so grams of meth was found in a book bag belonging to Mac. Is that correct?
It had his ID in that book bag.
It had his ID in that book bag. Was anybody else's ID in that book bag?
No.
All right. And 4 grams was found in a baggie that was on the desk, I believe you said. Is that correct?
Let me go back. I'll be 4 grams. Let's see here. 1 second.
Yes, sir.
I just had it. I apologize. Give me 1 second here.
That's fine.
Okay, here we go. Yes, 4 grams of meth was in a clear baggie on the office table.
On the office table. So that brings me up to 78 grams. What was the rest of it, sir?
0.39 grams of meth in a clear pink baggie located in a black bag next to the microwave.
Any ID in that bag?
No.
Okay. Go ahead.
And you have the 74, correct? Let's see here. Another gram meth in a clear plastic bag on the floor near the microwave.
Okay.
1 second.
I'm gonna try to make it easy on you, detective. Is
All
there
right.
a big quantity that's located anywhere else?
Is there I didn't hear the
Large
last
quantity.
part.
Yes, sir. Something bigger than, say, 3 or 4 grams. Is there another large quantity located in any other single location?
No.
Okay. All right. Cool. Do you find any other identification in the room when you're there?
No, I don't believe so. No, sir.
Okay. And when you actually get to the room, you don't see any occupants in the room. Is that correct?
Not inside the room, no.
Yes, sir. You only see the 3 people on the floor on the outside of the room. Is that right?
Yes.
And is it fair to also say that you're not told of any other persons related to this room? Is that right?
That is correct.
Okay. So when you did your evidence slip on that meth, you've only got 3 names on that. Is that right?
That's correct.
Mm-hmm. And on the scale, you said, I believe you said you found some residue. Was it the scale or the pipes that had the residue on it?
If I recall correctly, it was the I didn't examine the pipes.
I got you. So it had to be the scale.
Yes.
Yeah. What kind of residue was that, sir, on that scale? You remember?
I don't recall.
Okay. Now, with respect to fingerprinting, did any fingerprinting get done inside that room?
No, sir.
Mm-hmm. Hang on just a minute, detective. All right, detectives. Your staff did, and I'm assuming it's your staff out here, the detective squad that came out, they're all related to narcotics. Is that right?
That's correct. Yes.
And
Along with uniform.
Yeah, uniform, that was handled by another detective, correct? Or did you take it all up under your umbrella?
Not sure. I mean, I'm not sure what you're asking.
Is it your scene at that point? Or
Yes.
or is
Yes. Once they notified us, then we came up and took over the scene. Yes.
and then you own the scene at that point in time? Are you told
That's
of, do you know of any questions that were asked of any of the persons that were on the outside of the room?
No, sir.
All right. Do you, in your testing of substances there at the hotel room, did you test any substances that did not test as meth or marijuana?
No, I believe the meth was field tested positive. The and I believe we confirmed it. I'm not 100% about the muscle relaxer. We did not collect that.
Right. But did you find any stuff that looked like meth but wasn't meth?
No, sir.
Okay. All right. All right. Thank you, Detective.
All right.
All
Judge,
right,
I have nothing for this witness.
no questions?
No questions. Mr.
Okay.
Lewis covered it.
All righty. Any further witnesses? ADA Thomas?
Not at this time, Your Honor, but I did have a follow-up question I wanted to
Okay.
ask.
All right, go ahead.
Detective Rowland, did you
Yes,
speak
ma'am.
with the beat officer who responded?
I'm sorry. Did I speak with the officer that responded?
Yes. Did you speak to her?
I'm sure I did briefly. Specifically to what I can't confirm.
But she would have done a report separate from yours?
Yes, that's correct.
So everything she saw would be in her report?
Objection, cause for speculation.
Repeat that.
Objection, cause for speculation.
I'm sorry, repeat the question.
I think that's to you, ADA Thomas.
Yes.
Oh, okay. You want me to repeat my question?
Yes.
Your Honor, I'm going to reframe it. Would you incorporate her report into your report, or is her report separate?
I would have referenced her report.
Okay. Yeah, that's all I have.
I got a question. Judge, Detective, what does that mean? You mean you would have mentioned that she wrote a report?
I should have added her case number into just saying C supplemental or C additional report or something to that factor.
Okay, but not the content of her report. Is that right?
No. That's correct. Not the content.
Oh, all right. Thank you, sir.
All right.
Nothing,
Alrighty.
Judge.
Okay. All righty. Closing arguments. Or does the state have any witnesses?
That's all the witnesses that the state has. I'll reserve my right regarding closing arguments to go last.
All right, defense.
Have arguments.
All righty. Closing arguments. ADA Thomas.
No, we have arguments.
Yeah, we have arguments.
That's what I was saying, Judge.
Yes, closing arguments. ADA Thomas.
Thought she was going last.
You gonna go?
Yes, she wants to. All righty. And so Attorney Lewis.
All right. Thank you, Judge. Judge, I started on some questioning at the very beginning of my examination of witnesses that the court did not want me to finish up, but I'm gonna definitely talk about it in this closing argument. The hotel has an ID in their possession. That ID bears the image of a person who has summoned police to this location. Now, we weren't allowed to ask any more questions about the person that summoned, but what is important is that that person has summoned police to that location. And so the question that would be appropriate, but not allowed to ask, is how did he know? Since his credit card is not being used, his ID is being used. How did he know? And so I asked that question in my closing argument, Judge, because that person's picture is on the ID or license for the room that has been searched. But that person is not a part of the case. They mysteriously know that an old image or an ID of theirs is being used, not a credit card reference, not a credit card number. So we're not talking about Bank of America or Wells Fargo saying, hey, your card's being used over at this hotel. They just knew. They just knew some kind of way. And that person has been isolated away from the room and away from the narcotics detective that would end up having to go into that room and see what's there. So that's part number one. That person, one would believe, would have the most connection to the room and know what's in the room, but they've been omitted. The second instance that we have here is that another young man who is in the room, who exercises dominion and control over the room, opens the door for the police. And that person says it's his room. In fact, on defense counsel's examination, we know that that person has come and gone to that room several times over several days, but none of the other defendants, specifically not my client. We even know that that person makes statements about the quality of the items that narcotics would later see in the room, but no one else makes any statements. Lastly, that person in a book bag of theirs, and I'm going to use the word theirs loosely here, Judge, because in that bag is an ID belonging to Mr. Mack, is the largest quantity of methamphetamine seized from that room, 74 grams. There is no other amount as large. In fact, I asked this narcotics detective specifically about that because I wanted to know, well, maybe some of the other people had some narcotics. But it appears that every other piece of narcotics that is found in there is small, 0.39 grams of methamphetamine, 1 gram found in a baggie, 4 grams found in a table in a baggie, but no more 74s and big numbers. So there are 2 people so far that are clearly identified as having connection with large quantities of meth. Mr. Mack, who is not here, and Mr. Johnson, that the court didn't want any examination into him. No one else. Mr. Mack is seen on video coming and going, not anyone else. Mr. Johnson's ID bearing his picture is recorded by the hotel, no one else. So, Judge, at this particular point in time, with respect to the issue of possession of methamphetamine or trafficking in methamphetamine, I want to ask that you dismiss especially the trafficking charge. There is no quantity of methamphetamine that is out in plain view that amounts to trafficking. The amount of methamphetamine that relates to a trafficking charge by weight is actually in the closed book bag belonging to Mr. Mack. Whatever else is in the place, some of it, according to our first detective, is on the table. Same thing agreed to by our narcotics detective. Some of it is in a baggie in front of the microwave. Both detectives have talked about. And the rest of it is scattered about in various places, of which no place my client occupies. My client is sitting on top of a sofa, a couch, or something of that nature. He's not lying on a bed where anything's found, and everything else is somewhere else, but it's not on him. The marijuana is less than an ounce, is in the room, and I originally believed that the first detective had tested it. Then she after saying that she had tested it, she later came back and said, no, she didn't test that. She tested the methamphetamine. So somebody believes that there's marijuana, but nobody has tested for marijuana. There are some blue pills that are not a part of this case because they're not identified in any warrant, but nobody says what they are. Nobody, no witness that has come before you has testified. In fact, our narcotics detective has testified only to the orange pills. He believes that they might be muscle relaxants. There are some pipes, but our narcotics detective says that those were not preserved, so we don't know what those are. What was preserved by his staff is the digital scale, and so I would ask the court to dismiss the trafficking charge. Actually, I'd ask the court to dismiss it all against my client. But I would absolutely ask the court to dismiss even the possibility of constructive possession of the methamphetamine that amounts to weight, because it's closed inside of a bag with the ID belonging to Mr. Mack, who is not here with us today. Thank you.
All
Right,
righty, go ahead,
Judge.
Mr. Mandelli.
Yes, in addition to adopting by reference everything Mr. Lewis just stated, I would reiterate the following points. This case should be dismissed against Mr. Stewart also its entirety. There is zero evidence to show that Mr. Stewart was trafficking. There is zero evidence to show that he was even in possession of a large quantity of drugs or even a drug user. There is nothing about this evidence in this case to show anything more than Mr. Stewart's mere presence in this hotel room. He didn't reserve the room. He didn't have an ID in his name. There was no credit card in his name, no video footage demonstrating that he was at the front desk. They have video footage ostensibly showing Mr. Stewart walking into the hotel that morning, not in the 10 days prior when this room was first checked out. As Mr. Lewis already stated, the majority of the suspected drugs were found in the book bag of Mr. Mack. And we know it's Mr. Mack's because, one, he had a book bag when he was going in, and two, his ID was found in it. There is nothing in the room that belongs to Mr. Stewart at all. There is nothing even on his person that was found. No drugs were found on either defendant's person. The drug paraphernalia, there was nothing indicating that either of these defendants here today handled that drug paraphernalia, used those drug paraphernalia. They didn't even examine the pipes to say, oh, look, they're warm or they smell like they were freshly used. Nothing about the investigation shows anything tying Mr. Stewart or anyone else aside from Mr. Mack to the drugs in the room. No big wads of cash, no handling of items, no baggies in Mr. Stewart's possession, nothing at all. And without something to show some connection between Mr. Stewart beyond his physical presence, there's nothing here to establish true probable cause. Cases like this, I've tried cases like these before in Clayton County. They're directed verdict cases without something else connecting my client to the room. So, Judge, I'm asking that it not even get that far. I'm asking that this be dismissed with no probable cause against my client. Thank you.
All right, go ahead, ADA Thomas.
Thank you, Judge. I'm gonna try to be as brief as I can. So Detective Richards pretty much summed it up when she said scattered all over, that the drugs were scattered all over the place, that they found drugs everywhere. They found drugs, the methamphetamine parts of that was found on the couch where one defendant was sitting. More of it was found on the bed where I believe it was Mr. Stewart, if I'm not mistaken, was laying. Parts of it were found near the microwave. Parts of it were found on the table. It was literally all over that room, Your Honor. The detective testified that they found scales, stuff that one would associate with a with them actually putting everything together. They were all there working in concert, bagging up methamphetamine, possibly the pills too, for sale. All of this consistent with the charge of trafficking methamphetamine. Now, the detectives both testified that, well, Detective Richards testified that Mac is the one who answered the door, that Mac is the one that's always all fake. Well, it was field tested. It wasn't, not only was it not fake, but it was within the proximity of all three of the defendants here. So who actually was in control of everything, we don't know. But what we definitely know is that all three of these defendants appear to have been working in concert to package and likely sell the methamphetamine and other drugs that were found in that room. Now, Your Honor, I have to address one little issue that shouldn't have been, but it is. Defense counsel, Attorney Lewis, implied that the victim of the credit card theft may have had something to do with this, Your Honor. State would contend nothing could be further from the point. If I'm not mistaken, Detective Richardson initially testified that Expedia notified the victim that the card had come up. And that's how the victim knew that something was going on with their card. It's not like it was a bank card or the bank would normally notify. It was Expedia, and that's why it's stuck in my mind. I mean, I would assume at some point the card was used for Expedia in some kind of way or another. Criminals have a way of doing things 30 years, and kind of another. His card and identifying information ended up at this hotel, this Comfort Inn in Clayton County. And when Expedia saw that, they notified the victim, who subsequently notified the police. And to the best of my knowledge, and to the best of the knowledge of the officers after hearing their testimony, that is the extent and the end of this victim's involvement in this drug operation going on in Clayton County. State would contend at this point in time that more than sufficient evidence has been presented for the purposes of probable cause to implicate all three of these defendants, and would ask that these two defendants be bound over to the Superior Court.
All right. All right, so based upon the evidence presented, I do find that there's sufficient probable cause to bind both defendants and all their charges over to the Superior Court, Clayton County. That's the order of the court.
Thank you, Your Honor. Officer,
Thank you,
Your Honor, is Detective Richardson still sitting to break out?
That is a judge. May I be excused?
Oh,
I
you're done?
request, Judge.
Let me make
Yes.
sure. Let me make sure you're done. Yes, and do we still have Attorney Toles?
He's there.
Yes, he's still there.
Yes, Judge, I'm still here.
Okay.
I sent him an updated offer, so I'm not sure if he wants to consider it.
So
Or,
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely, we're done with those.
Yes, Your Honor. If I could go into a quick breakout room, I think I should be able to get a waiver for Mr. Richard Williams
Okay,
rather than have a hearing.
okay, I'm gonna place you in room 2, and Deputy, you can just join.
Judge,
Yes?
can we address the Kentavious Strong case? Because I did some investigations and our office has not received anything about that case being transferred to
Right.
juvenile court.
That's what I'm hearing.
On Miss Mary to give me a call back. She's also researching as well.
Okay, I'm glad you guys are
abundance of
researching it.
caution, can we just continue the Mr. Strong's case until we figure out what's going on with it?
Yes, we're gonna do that. I really wanted to find some answers while we were on, though, so that everybody would be here.
Yes, ma'am.
But if we are done before they get final answer,
Your Honor, we're still live.